The strike by the Durban Long Distance Taxi Association is intensifying. It's day 4 now. The strike, of course, started on Friday, where we saw thousands of commuters being left stranded across the Durban CBD. And of course, we have been liaising with those affected, particularly the potential passengers who are saying that this is having a devastating impact on their lives. Some of them have had to go to, places of employment, but of course, they are unable to because of the ongoing strike. We did also earlier on speak to the representatives of the association who said that, they are quite upset that the Department of Transport in the province has not really been able to address the concerns that they raised initially when the strike started. Of course, you'd recall that a similar strike took place about 2 weeks ago, and there was that meeting between the association as well as the Department of Transport. But of course, we're hoping that something good will come out of that meeting. Unfortunately, it's back to basics, if you like, in terms of the problem, because the taxi association says that of all the 3 demands that they were putting on the table, the Department of Transport has not been able to resolve even one. Let's now engage the spokesperson of the Department of Transport in KwaZulu-Natal, that is Mr. Simphiwe, who's going to explain to us where we are, what the Department of Transport is doing to try and resolve this impasse. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you very much. And we wish to indicate to the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the country as a whole that, sometime in October, after a meeting between the MEC Sibonso Duma and the leaders of the Durban Long Distance Taxi Association, it was agreed that a task team be established involving the leaders of the association as well as officials from the department. That team met to trash out, the issues that you've just highlighted. Number one, the issue of payment. We pleaded in that meeting with the taxi operators across the province to fetch permits in the department. We do have permits in the department, and our system, as we've indicated, yesterday and today in the morning, are audited by the Auditor General of South Africa. If you look at our annual performance plan, that issue is there, that item is there. We've got at this stage more than 4,000 to 5,000 operating permits that have not been collected from the department. That is why, after that meeting with the Durban Long Distance Taxi Association, we then placed adverts in various newspapers, requesting the taxi operators to come to the department. Number one, they need to produce a certificate of roadworthiness of the vehicle. Number 2, the PRDP of the driver. Number 3, a rank stand from the municipality. Those 3 documents are very critical, so that we are able to issue the permit.
Let me interject right there, Mr. Simphiwe. You say there are about 5,000 permits that have not been collected by taxi operators. I've just spoken to them. They say each time they go to your offices, they get told that there are no permits. So which is which, Mr. Simphiwe? Are there permits or are there no permits?
Well, as indicated, our system is audited by the Auditor General of South Africa. We've got no reason to lie. The MEC Sibonso Duma has exercised maximum restraint because he believes that these are the issues that ought to have been resolved a long time ago. Because we placed notices in newspapers in terms of the regulations governing the public transport sector, and we can also indicate that over the past years we've issued more than 53,000 operating permits. We cancelled more than 7,000 because they are not collected. So it is an issue which, for me, I believe it shouldn't really bother all of us. We can also emphasize the importance of open communication. The MEC has had several meetings with Santaco, the umbrella body responsible for more than 200 taxi associations in KwaZulu-Natal, and Santaco as a representative, official representative of the taxi association, is working very well with the department. In some of the meetings we had, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, also indicating the importance of the stability of the taxi industry. That is why this morning we had the law enforcement agencies clearing N2 and 3 following the blockades, and we can indicate that there's a free flow of traffic. The MEC is interacting with Police Minister Senzo Mchunu in Joburg to ensure that there is normality in the industry. The other issue which I think is very critical, the taxis that have been impounded. As you all know, there are three arms of the state. It is Parliament, it is the judiciary and the executive. When we went to the magistrates to plead with them to release those taxis that were impounded, that were found to be operating illegally, we were guided by the magistrates that look, it's the issue between the taxi operator and the magistrates. So they need to pay those fines, then the taxis will be released.